This episode of Face Value is brought to you by me. I made some stuff. It's on streaming. Check it out. You got this one. And this one. Both tracks, Mora, which is the first one, and Retrograde of Self, which is the second one, are both on streaming under Stu, S-T-U, not like the soup. And the last name is Manisalis, which is M-A-N-I-S-U-L-I-S. As if I couldn't make it more. Now, let's hit the bearded waltz and get right into this episode of Face Value. Welcome to Face Value, where we talk about the stuff that's good for your face. On today's episode, I'm just going to go ahead and get this one out of the way. It's going to be Nicholas Beardworks. Why? Because, well, that's probably what everybody's the most curious about in terms of beard care, because it's not your average $20 bottle that you're willing to pay the money for, it being so expensive. I think most people are kind of on the fence about it. So hopefully this will kind of help you make a decision on whether or not you should go for it or not. It's going to be a long one. They offer a ton. So before we get into the details, I think like with most hobbies, we need to really take a look at diminishing satisfaction. So, diminishing satisfaction is more or less a law that the more you consume of something or obtain of something, the less satisfied you're ultimately going to be. So, I think in some regards, this company, although they do offer products that are a cut above, I wonder how much of the appeal subconsciously is rooted in that need for the next thing. Like once it's like chasing a high of sorts. Once you get sort of used to or build a tolerance to a certain level of quality, you need more. However, that more that you need in terms of percentage, so let's say you're jumping from a drugstore brand to a nicer brand like Fetty Says or Elite, or there's a ton of brands out there, a ton. But the difference in quality from what you buy at Walgreens to a lot of these companies online, it's going to be pretty large. Probably realistically a 30% increase in quality. Now, jumping up and jumping between companies, your percentage is going to be lesser. I'm not going to sit here and try and delegate percentages to each company, but from there, the difference is marginal. And there is a difference in Nicholas Beardworks, but I wonder for the price point if you're crossing that sort of threshold of diminishing satisfaction. I do think it's something that you should experience at some point, as long as your budget allows it. But that's entirely up to you. And keep in mind that there's only so good things can get. And Alex is constantly improving his products, but still, you have to sort of wager the percentage of improvement that you're getting between products, between price points to make that decision for yourself. Nicholas Beardworks has been around for a while. I believe they've been around since they were one of the first ones, I believe. I can't pinpoint the year off the top of my head. But one thing about Alex and Nicholas Beardworks is you're not going to hear them discussed a whole lot because they don't pay for affiliates, whereas most companies, I know how most people sort of dive into this hobby a little deeper is, you bought something at a local store, maybe at a local flea market or something or the other, and you start getting curious about what else is out there, and then you Google or YouTube, and then you stumble upon the review territory of things. And there's a set number of companies that you're going to hear about a lot. Like, there's Live Bearded, which their marketing is kind of intense and in your face and admittedly gets on my nerves. There's Beard Octane, which is not much better in terms of annoying marketing. Fable. Those are kind of the ones that you're going to hear about a lot because they pay for the advertising, they pay for the affiliates, they pay to be in your face. Pun intended. And then there's companies who they will have affiliates but not really push them. They appreciate when people give them the shout out, but they still have more integrity. And there's way too many of those companies to name, more than the ones that lack integrity. So there's hope. But those companies, they're really great as well. And like I said, they'll support those who are supporting them, but they're not really going after it. Nicholas Beardworks, they won't pay for advertising. They just won't. They won't pay. If you do a review, they won't pay. And that is the way it should be, honestly. Their mentality is their products speak for themselves. So I gotta give props to that. That says something in itself, especially at the price point. Just the sheer size of the balls that it takes to do something like that, I applaud. Like, look, I'm a guy who loves big balls. I'll say it. So they have a ton to offer too. I mean, if you go to their website, it's one of those kind of overwhelming things. So they have a ton of blends. They have the Aura Super Light Beard Oil, the Prestige. They have Ivory Majestic. They have the Emu-based oil, the Grand C, which is their newer one. I've recently tried that, and I'll get into that in a second. They have the Nature's Gold. They have the 3B Botanicals. And balms and butters to coincide with each one. And they have the Beard Guard Exotic Beard Oil as well, which is kind of like their base level. Now, if we're talking about price points and everybody is constantly more or less bitching, it's, you can call it what it will, but everybody's bitching about the price of Nicholas Beardworks. But they do offer the market average just about price for the Beard Guard Exotic Beard Oil, which is pretty much their base level. Now, it's $20 for a 1 ounce. The only caveat to this is there's only so many scents that they offer in this blend. It's not some of the more extravagant ones. Like if you go to their scent lists and read some of the ones with the really intense sort of sizzle words that are a little over the top, admittedly, some of those are not offered in Beard Guard. Eden Rock, which is the Two Bros scent. But that's one of the most expensive fragrance oils in the world. So they're not going to offer that in the $20 bottle, because also, if you look, some of their scents are also more than others because of what they use, like the fragrance oils that are in there. Now, the blend on this one is amla oil, kupachu butter, dongbeek oil, bringari, I think is how you pronounce that oil, prakaki oil, Barbary fig oil, squalene oil, and proprietary blend. Now, when it says proprietary blend, it does bother me slightly that it's not listed what that proprietary blend is. However, to each their own. I have used this in several fragrances, and it is fucking great. For $20, it is a cut above most other oils. Now, there are companies out there that do stand up with this. However, for $20, it is a damn good oil. Honestly, it really is. Now, like I said, the only caveat with this is the limited scents. So they offer that in apricot and peach, decadence, which is unique and luxurious, classy powder, bitter almond and lavender with a touch of refined leather, powdered vanilla, some citrus, a bit spicy and slightly sweet. Then there's Fritetto, which is fresh, happy, and sunny, spicy, woody, mature peach, bitter blood orange, syrup, honey, and amber notes with powdery, I'm going to butcher this word, frangipani, citrus, and vanilla. Next up is Green H. Another thing about Nicholas Beardworks that I will say is some of these names, man, and it's with every company. It's not just Nicholas Beardworks. If you have fragrances, some of these names are a tad ridiculous. Let's just say it. And some of the descriptions, I kind of wish that anybody who has anything in a fragrance would kind of simplify it instead of using all of these ridiculous fucking sizzle words like it's in like a smut book. Like you're like don't try and make me come with your scents. That's all I'm saying. So like this one, Green H, it's a perfect example. There's bergamot and cloves, roses, ladon, benzoin, patchouli, oud, Szechuan pepper, frankincense, and musk. I've smelled this one, and I love this one. It is damn good. There's Irish Spring, which is woody freshness and pure masculinity for confident men. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that description makes it sound like you choke yourself during sex. But regardless, there's Italian Leather, which is a smoky, bitter birch tar leather accord combined with thyme, raspberry, and saffron. Now that does sound pretty damn good. I've not had that one yet, but I would be willing to bet that if you like leather, that's a pretty good scent. There's Cashmere, which is leather musk. I'm trying to skip past all of these sort of ridiculous descriptions. So leather musk, smoky sweetness, floral notes, hints of jasmine, cardamom, black pepper, and patchouli. Now that one with floral notes, cardamom, and black pepper, that sounds good. That sounds pretty delicious. There's Lucky Viking, which is rose, pepper, bergamot, peppermint, sandalwood, vetiver, and patchouli. That one sounds okay, if that's your thing. I mean, the quality of his fragrance oils is amazing, so if any of these are your thing, then chances are you're gonna love it. There is Moroccan Wood, which is woodsy and spicy blend of vetiver, patchouli, Virginia cedar, incense, bergamot, pink pepper, cypress, and tua. Oh, it's got hot tua in it. Anyway, I've not tried that one yet. This next one is one of my favorites, and for it to be in the sort of base blend that's $20, the scent is fucking incredible and weird. I like weird scents. It's called Moulin Rouge. Red light district dusty curtain comes to mind. Dark and heavy, warm and deep, but not loud. Chocolate and cognac, gourmet mushrooms, herbal, minty, camphor, moldy accord, sneaking from the background. Now, see, just tell me what it smells like. I love this. This is one of my favorite scents. I'm not arguing with this here. The feeling beard and the scent on this is phenomenal. But holy shit, dial it back with that description just a little bit. I know the aesthetic of Nicholas Beardworks is sort of high class. Like, it feels like it feels like it's supposed to be a BMW ad, which is fine. And I know for the quality and the price that he's asking for, you have to present that aesthetic. However, sometimes it's exhausting. Like, just tell me what it is. Next up is Neroli Italiano, which is bergamot, mandarin orange, lemon, lavender, myrtle, rosemary, and bitter orange. Middle notes are African orange flavored, jasmine, and neroli. Base notes are amber and angelica. This sounds like a really good scent if you like citrus, which I need to try this one, as a matter of fact. I don't believe I have, but it sounds right up my alley. I know it looks like they've taken Aristocrat off the base level blend. I believe it was on there at one point in time. I have it in the 3B botanical blend, and that is one of my favorite fucking scents. It's very citrusy. Next up is Seville, which is old school barbecue. Wow, I almost said barbecue style. Wow, like it smells like pork fat and racism. So old school barbershop style with a modern twist, masculine and sexy, fresh and vibrant, powdery lavender, menthol combo, drying down to herbal green patchouli, and a shaving cream-like scent. Now, this one is good. Wasn't my favorite. I'm kind of picky about barbershop scents, personally. They can be either really good or really bad. Seville is good, but it's just not my thing. I know Cordoba is slightly similar, but a little different. And I prefer Cordoba, which you would have to get in one of the premium blends, more. There's Sicilian Beach, which is the smell of sea breeze, water and rocks, salty seaweed, moist driftwood. Oh yeah, that's right, hit me with that moist. Hint of citrus, peppery pine, celery seeds, juniper, and vetiver. There's Spice and Wood, which is a complex mix of bergamot, lemon, apples, angelica root, rose, clove, peppers, patchouli, and white birch. Finishes off with a trail of cedar, iris, oak moss, and musk. Now, this one sounds good. I would dig this probably. There's vanilla and tobacco, which is surprisingly smooth and sweet mix of aged tobacco and Madagascar vanilla. There's vetiver gris, which is citruses, spices, precious wood, and vetiver. See, this description on everything. It's exactly what I need. It's right to the point. It tells me what's in it, gives me an idea of what it smells like. That's all I need. That's all I need. And unscented, which, I mean, is kind of obvious there. It smells like just whatever the fragrance, well, not fragrance, the essential oils and oil blend smell like. So we have that blend from Nicholas. We also have the one that everybody talks about, that everybody raves about, which is Ivory Majestic. Now, this one I've tried, and given the price point, this is the fucking best oil. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's worth the money. I fucking love this oil. Um, Grand C is supposed to be sort of like an upgrade, and it's been so long because I used up all of my Ivory Majestic and decided to try the Grand C next. And it's been so long since I've tried them, like in between me trying each one. It's hard to say which one is better, but I know this oil is fucking amazing. I love this oil. Good God. So the blend in that one, you have everything that was in the other one plus sabaki oil. And that looks like the only difference. And if you go to the website and on the ingredients, it does tell you the benefits of each of these. I'm not really going to get into that because I know that there is a sort of trend with explaining why these oils are good for you. And it's done to shit. I did it back when I was doing reviews, but honestly, it's do your own research. Plus, a good company will have descriptions of what each ingredient is doing. Some do, some don't. And I will give a shout out. I will give points for that. If you go on the website, it tells you what these are good for. And there are some more scents available in this blend. So in this blend, you get the more premium scents. Like there is Aristocrat, which, like I said, is one of my favorites. If you love citrus, you've got to fucking try Aristocrat. It's light, elegantly fresh, uplifting lemon, juniper, vetiver, red pepper, fresh green aroma, fruity, woody vibes, juicy, and invigorating. And it's like fucking a $1,000 lemon. That's the only way I know how to describe this. It is so good. It is so good. Aristocrat is one of my favorite scents. There's Avant-Garde, which is bergamot, clove, roses, ladon, benzene, patchouli, Szechuan pepper, frankincense, and myrrh. There's Bon Vivant, which is this dark, rich, sweet, spicy scent, opens boldly with bergamot, neroli, Szechuan pepper, jasmine, and ginger, drying into boozy cognac, subtle vanilla, and tobacco. Awesomeness that screams sophistication right from your skin. Alright, that scent drives a G-Wagon. But it does sound like it smells really good. Like ginger, the use, I assume with Alex, this being ginger root, I love the smell of that. That with the mixture of cognac and the pepper and the citrus from the bergamot. Yeah, that sounds like it would be an incredible scent. Now, for 2 ounces of this, it is $55. Don't shit yourself. Because for a 1 ounce, it's $35. So it's like $15 more for a 1 ounce. And then if you pay another $20, you get an extra ounce. So really, the price point of Nicholas Beardworks is not that bad. I know I would suggest with the difference, just going ahead and getting the 2 ounce. Whatever you get is probably not going to disappoint you. I'm not going to make a guarantee, but everything I've tried from Nicholas Beardworks has not disappointed. Next up is Casablanca, which is another one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite smells ever. Extremely fresh with saltiness, green, intensive lime and citrus presentation, slowly transforms into a woodsy, fruity dry down, but avoiding being sweet, flowery and peppery, leathery and oudish vibe, and a sniff of cigarette smoke from far away. This just smells like the best cologne that you've ever smelled in your entire life. To me, I love this. I've went through a bottle. I need to restock. However, there's so much to try from Nicholas Beardworks, and my experience thus far with them has been so good that I would like to work on trying all of them. Chakra on the website, here's a tiny error. It doesn't have a description. So it smells like Rondas probably, which doesn't sound like it smells great. There's another one without a description, the Cherie Cerise. There's Cordoba, which is decadent and sweet, refined, velvety suede-like scent, vanilla and saffron, head of sweet, resinous oud, roses and spices in the background. This one's really good. This one does kind of smell like Seville, but a little better. It's a very spicy scent. It's a little intense, but I dig it on occasion. It's not something I would wear every day, but it is a really good scent. Next we have Dark Date, which is seductive, warm, gourmet scent with bold and dark, sweet and salty, black chocolate, rum, coffee, mushrooms, and caramel. Now, all of that sounds like it would be interesting together. It smells like if the color beige had a scent. I would try that. That's going to be on my list to try next is Dark Side. Next, I believe there is Deep Purple, which is flamboyant and intimate, animalistic, sweet, tangy oud, smoky, wet leather, musky and flowery, mossy and spicy. It's a scent to die for. It sounds okay. I don't know about that one. I would try it, but I don't know about it. What I've been using next in the Grand C blend is the Ephemera, which is... Wow. Okay. Here is another error on the website. The description for Ephemera is actually the same as one of these other ones. It was... Which one was it? It's not Decadence. This scent is on here twice. But I do actually have this and actually love it. I said that it sounds like I would love it. And that's the thing. It's with these blends and scents, the way they come together to be their own, it's... I know, like, there's a certain level of pretentiousness that comes with scents of like, oh, I pick out this and that, but it's what it smells like together as a whole that makes a difference. And I use this one once a week, and I do love it. There's Gourmet Wild Cherry, which is tobacco, cherry, and floral, essentially. There's Hotel de Paris. Don't ask me why I sounded like I was talking to a squirrel and moose when I said that, but I did. And that is recorded. So this one is a rich and romantic rose and saffron, deep oud and woody notes that give it some darkness. Warm amber and sweet patchouli adds elegance to this classy, elegant, and delicious scent. I didn't like this one as much as I thought I would. I'm not a huge rose guy. It's not really my thing. But it's good. It's just not what I would gravitate towards typically. So when you order, if you order over a certain amount, Alex will send you scent samples, and that's one of the ones that I got a sample of. And I remember being really excited about that. It was my first Nicholas Beardworks order ever, and I was just so nervous to pick one. I ended up going with Casablanca and asking for a sample of Hotel de Paris on the side, and it was good, but I don't think I would buy that one in a scent. But if you like rose, it's good. It's a good scent. Next we have House of York, which is, let me see if I can pick through these sizzle words again. It's citrus and peach, floral, patchouli, vetiver, nutmeg, cinnamon, sandalwood, spicy clove touch, and a soft woody vibe. This sounds like a Christmas scent. I would wear this during the holidays, totally. There's Imperial Myrrh, which is vanilla and smoky accents of ambery woods. Let's see. There is cantata, which is myrrh, spicy notes, vanilla, smoky, and amber, it looks like. And next up, there is King Oud, which he's really pushing the oud lately. And having smelled some of the stuff, I have the butter and woju. It is a cut above the rest. It's not. Everybody's pushing this oud like it's and it is exotic. However, you have these companies that are charging, $20 a bottle for these scents with oud in them. When it being such an exotic oil, you would logistically think that the price would be more if that fragrance oil is more, which in most cases it's not. I believe in Nicholas Beardworks land, the oud is a little more expensive. So this one, let's see. I know some of the scents. Yeah, this one's still $55. Some of them are $70, and I believe Eden Rock is $100 a bottle, given the fragrances. This one is rich, thick, seductive oud, rose, jasmine, ylang, sandalwood, nutmeg, saffron, fig, spice, and slight smokiness. This sounds like another sort of holiday scent, actually. There is Credo, which is oriental, amber, bergamot, lime, Sicilian mandarin, cardamom, nutmeg, and thyme, lily of the valley, rose, jasmine, ylang. This one sounds very good. I would try this. Next is... I'm not going to pretend to... It's La Bohemian Rhapsody is what I'm going to call it. Lustful and sexy, floral, powdery, sweeter green rose, pepper, turmeric, lots of patchouli, earthy, and chocolatey. Now, patchouli, I'm kind of hit or miss on, so I don't know. I would try this one, but I would be very reluctant about it. Next up, you've got... He offers so many, logistically, because all of these premium scents and the premium blends are available for each one, and everything is made to order with Nicholas Beardworks, and it does show in the quality, the fact that it is made to order. So I cannot imagine the logistic nightmare that this is. There's La Mansion de Oud, which is a feast for your nose. Wow, that sounds like cocaine. Indulge yourself in a fiery, lavish explosion of roses, almonds, musk, oud, and roses, and almonds, olabanum, labanum, cassis, benzoin, vanilla, feel like a padishah. Now, I don't know about this one. Too much floral happening there for me. There's La Scala, which is refined, not loud, delicious sweetness, notes of oak moss, orange peel, leather, amber, and animalistic notes. Whatever that means. I guess that's whatever you pay $20 for on Fulton Industrial. I sound like I'm making fun of everything, and I do. But these are great products. It's just marketing in general gets on my nerves. And I understand that it's a thing you have to do to sell some shit, but at the same time, it gets to be a little much. I'm just going to go ahead and address it. I didn't yet, but the skull bottles. I know that everybody, it's like a symbol. You have the skull bottle of Nicholas Beardworks, and it's dipped in the wax, and I do like the wax dipping. I really do. But I gotta be honest, I fucking hate the skull bottles. Anything with skulls, it just makes me feel like you wear an Affliction shirt, chug a monster, and punch a hole in the drywall. I don't like skulls and skeletons. It's just me. But I digress and go on to the next scent, which is Latin Quarter, which is roses, bergamot, oud, ladon, cardamom, patchouli, amorous, cedar. I don't know about that one. Again, not a fan of the rose. Not a fan of patchouli. I don't know if I would go straight for that one. But again, at some point in my lifetime, I am going to try each individual scent from Nicholas Beardworks. And at some point as I go, I'll pull all of my bottles out and give them a sniff as I go, because I can barely remember what day of the week it is, let alone what the experience of each scent. But for the purpose of this episode is sort of just giving you a general idea of the company, and try and help you decide on whether or not to try it. I'm going to go ahead and spare you the rest of this episode if you don't have the patience, and say try it. If you're reluctant on whether or not to go straight for the scent is $70. Latin Quarter is. Most of them are $55 for the 2 ounce, or if you don't want to pay the $35 for the one, at least try the 20. At least try something like Moulin Rouge and the Exotic Beard Guard blend, because, I mean, it is an experience. It really is, and it does let you know that this is a damn good company. Try that first, and then work your way up, because you won't be disappointed. I mean, you're paying $20 for an oil anyway. At least try this. I know I have that sort of mental condition where it's, if I don't get like the highest tier one, I feel like I need to. So when I first tried it, I tried the Ivory or Majestic, which ended up being one of my favorite oils. And I ended up trying a ton more from him. He does have some on sale as well. And, wow, I sounded like cornbread just then, as well. So check out, sometimes he has a sale section. I got organic lime scent in that I love. It's very mild. I will say that some of the scents are ones he's discontinued, and Alex's customer service, if you reach out to him, I know I was inquiring about a tea and honey scent that he had made, and I kind of bugged him about it. I was kind of annoying about like, oh, I wish I could have tried that scent. I wish I could have tried that scent. And he kind of gave in and said, I'll make it, but let's just say there's a reason that I don't offer anymore. So Alex, if you reach out to him, if you have any questions about these scents, he is incredibly helpful. He's very professional. He can come across perhaps as cold, but he's not. I mean, he's very helpful. He's just to the point. He's very confident, which I know can kind of rub people the wrong way. It can come across as cocky, but he's really not a cocky guy. He's very nice, very down to earth, very helpful. He'll help you make a decision. If you're torn between two scents and you kind of give him an idea of what you like and dislike, he can help you. And he's helped me several times. Every time I go to buy from Nicholas Beardworks, Alex has been nothing but helpful. And I know I've kind of shed on certain aspects of the marketing, but that's the nature of the game and the nature of the business. But I mean, I'm just from my point of view here, I realized that beard care is one of those things that is very hipstery, and it's very hard not to make beard care douchey. It is. So I get it. I'm ranting and I lost my place with the scents. We left off at Latin Quarter, so let's go to Legatus, which is fruity and smoky pineapple. It is accompanied by bergamot, fresh tart apple, smoky birch, and oak moss and vanilla. That sounds like I would put my motherfucking dick in it. Just saying. I would love that one. Next up, we got. I'm not gonna try and pronounce this name. Holy shit. This name is just like a French fuck club. That's it. Look at this on paper, and yeah, it looks like, yeah, wow, okay. It's a captivating blend of Oriental and French influences, combines essence of peony, myrrh, labdanum, rose, and an exquisite bouquet of floral notes, infusing your beard with a captivating and enigmatic fragrance. I need a nap after that one. God, it's like I need a nap and a cigarette. But next we have London, which is dark, rich leather, sweetened by dried fruit and gentle rose in the background, along with more subtle oud tobacco and vanilla. I would try that one. Magic of the Dunes is one that everybody just creams their jeans over. I've not tried this one yet, but because I typically don't like grapefruit, it's kind of a little too bitter for me. But it's grapefruit, mandarin, raspberry, frankincense, jasmine, a caravan of spices. Wow, a whole Dodge Caravan full of spices. Holy shit. Oud, precious saffron, opulent, elegant, regal, and rich. I would try it, but it's one of the more pricey ones. It's $70 for the 2 ounce. So if I'm gonna try the premium scents that are $20 more, I don't know if this would be the first one that I would go to, but I would try it. Next up, there's Oxford, which is rose, orchids, truffles, dark chocolate, gardenia, some fruity undertones, molasses, jasmine, and patchouli. Now, I would try this. This sounds like getting laid in a bed of roses by Count Chocula or something. Holy shit. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Next up, we have Royal Oud, which is sandalwood, amber, saffron, incense, and rose. Something about the oud and the floral. It seems to be a common trend here. We have Rosu Udan, which is, again, we have rose, oud, black currant, incense, benzoin, musk, and traces of something. Let's see. Artemisia. Okay. Whatever that is. Again, I don't know. With the rose and the oud, like, I like oud, but I'm not like an oud guy. So I don't know if that would be my first choice, but I am open. Next we have which it's hard to differentiate the ones that I've read already with the ones I don't, because holy shit, he offers it's like 60 cents, and here I am reading them all out to you. Now, I know you could all just go to the website yourself, but if you're driving and listening to this, maybe it makes life a little easier. So next we have Sud de la France, which is a very summery, happy scent. Smells like a luxury hotel, south of France, an expensive sunscreen, beaches, coconut, tuberose, yangling, and cremio pistachio nutty. Now, that pistachio in there sounds like it can get it. I would wear that, absolutely. That might be the next one I try, who knows. Summer of 2020, wow. If you had to pick a summer to name a scent after, this would not be the right one. That smells like loss of scent. Fresh and elegant citruses, cypress, aromatic herbs, and wood resins. This one sounds interesting. I would try it. It's a little vague, but I would try it. It smells like a stimulus check. Next, there is looks like, let me see if these are the same on the website to save you guys some trouble. Tobacco and Vanilla Supreme and vanilla and tobacco are similar. Except Tobacco and Vanilla Supreme has notes of coconut and dried fruit with it, whereas the vanilla and tobacco is just vanilla and tobacco. Okay. And then there's Tonka, which is, it looks like the Tonka caramel, honey, vanilla. Or those are just sizzle words. It's kind of hard to make out. Like, when your descriptions are to where I can't really tell what your sizzle words are and what the actual fragrance is, it's a bit much. But I would try that. Venezia, roses, it's boozy, agarwood, which is oud, patchouli, Latin, bergamot, vetiver, and leather. Now, that one sounds intriguing. With the agarwood, the booze, the leather, and the roses. Roses and leather does smell like it would be a good combo, actually, even though I'm not a huge rose guy. And leather scents sometimes smell like bleach, but not with Nicholas. I know I've had leather scents from a couple of other companies that did not smell like bleach. I know, I'm just going to say it, I've been trying to dance around it. Ruddy Man had a leather scent and it just smelled like chlorine. It smelled like chlorine. I know you're not really supposed to talk about other companies on a podcast while you're talking about a company, but fuck it. I'm going to do what I want. Then we have Voyage, which is rose, citrus, floral, woody base, blooming, bright, sandalwood, vanilla, labdanum, oud, and pink pepper. I'm indifferent about that one. Now, Wagner, this scent. I asked Alex what his favorite was, and he said that if you love scents, try this one. And holy shit, it's good. I would actually like to get this in a cologne. I believe his colognes are very expensive, though. It's $200 for 2 ounces. But holy shit, I love this scent. Opulent and luxurious scent. Delicious bergamot dominated with intense gum resins, incense, and a touch of sweet vanilla, rich jasmine, oak moss, spicy ginger, and warm woody notes. And it is fucking delicious. Like, it's so good. You just want to bathe in it and drink it. It's crazy. Would you? I have this in a butter, and I do love this one. Pungent, bold, and rich, gourmet, mature, sweet oud, saffron, oak moss, leather, and musk. Rock rose and tobacco leaf, bergamot, and grapefruit. Now, the grapefruit's all the way on the back end. It's pleasant enough to make me want to try Magic of the Dunes. So I was open-minded, tried it, liked it, and it's kind of opened my world up to others. Now, with Nicholas Beardworks, even if you don't really care for a fragrance, the way he blends it makes it interesting and good. So if you're gonna try and get outside of your comfort zone a little bit, I'm not saying that it's gonna change your mind on a fragrance that you don't like, but the way in which he does it is more pleasant than others. So we've got that one, and that looks like it covers all the scents. So now I can move on with all the blends. The balm, which he also kind of changed my mind on balm too, because I fucking hated beard balm. I just did it. I'm a butter guy. Balm, I know the purpose is to kind of hold everything in place, and this does it without it feeling like waxy. And the ingredients on his balm, let me see. That's a navigational issue here. So plant waxes. He uses plant wax and some butters, it looks like, instead of like beeswax. And the way it works is so nice. It does soften while holding into place, which most balms that I've had experience with did not. He sent me a sample of that, and I dug it. I don't know if I'm still... I would never really wear balm enough to probably purchase it, but if you like balm, it's a good balm. So we've got the scent profile. I've talked about Ivory Majestic. Aura, I've tried this. This is what I have Cordoba in, I believe. And this one is fucking crazy. So you've got Shama oil, Rakaja seed oil, and the proprietary blend. And this one is just light. If you live in a hot, humid area, go with this one, because it's pretty wild how light this is. I dig this one, which he offers in balm as well. I've not tried his emu-based oil yet, so I can't really speak on that one, but it looks like the difference on that is just emu. Okay. Which I know those are big and you can get elsewhere, but Alex's ingredients tend to be realistically a good 20% better than what you get most other places. I've not tried his once a week beard and face revitalizing oil mask, which the name of reminds me of when Pictionary came out with that guy that you like drew on, and it's like Pictionary Man game, the movie. Holy shit, it's the name that never ends. But I've not tried that, but the beard and skin hyaluronic acid serum, I know the First Aid I use daily. It's $75 a bottle. Now that is I believe it is 3.4 ounces. I use this every day on my beard hair, on my head hair. It lasts a while, it being a larger bottle. It doesn't seem to say on here the size of that. I believe it's 3.4 ounces. It lasts a while. Like, I've had this for probably 3 or 4 months now. And because I use it on my head hair too, I'm going through it a little quicker. But this shit is great. It's seaweed extract, anti-aging defense shield, which sounds like a secret agent. I will read the description of this one. It appears to be a Swiss ingredient derived from the lower depth sea kelp. So it's something similar to seaweed. Okay. Hyaluronic acid, which is smaller than... Okay, so essentially, without confusing myself, hyaluronic acid is thinner than water. Which feels fucking crazy because you automatically assume in your brain that water is the thinnest of the liquids, but hyaluronic acid, molecularly speaking, is somehow thinner than water. And the way it absorbs into your skin, it actually absorbs moisture around. So when you get out of the shower and you apply that, mainly directly to the skin, but on the hair as well, it recommends to use it with a clean beard, like no conditioner or anything. I've used it both ways, and it does work a little better without conditioner, but it works well with conditioner. It draws in the steam from the shower. If you live in a humid area, it helps absorb that moisture in the air, and it makes whatever the fuck oil you use from whatever the fuck company you're using work better. This shit, I will say, is a must try. If you're reluctant on the oils, whatever, that's fine. This is a daily thing. I love this. I don't feel right without this every day. It's got quinoa, baobab protein, veggie-keratin, wheat protein, silk amino acids, panthenol, and squalene oil. Deionized water, which is, I believe, just distilled water, and the proprietary blend. Yep, it's 3.4 ounces. And like I said, it lasts a while. Um, I got it probably another 2 months, so you can get probably like 6 months out of this. It's a great product. Like in terms of beard care, it's everybody's making oils, everybody's making butter. Not very many people are making things that are sort of revolutionary, and that stuff is amazing. There's the Grand C meticulously crafted beard oil, which is what I have the ephemera in, and that's pretty much what the Ivory Majestic is, with cloudberry, Arctic cranberry oil, emu oil, sabaki oil, sesame oil. Yep. So it's got a couple of more ingredients in it. And I do think, even though it's been a while since I've had them close together, um, I don't know if it's better than Ivory Majestic, but it is damn good. Like, it's one of those oils that what Madonna sang about when she sang like a version. Like, it made me think of fucking Reservoir Dogs when they're talking about that, and like, it's like, dick, 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 and it's like she's getting fucked for the first time. That's what this oil is for your face. It's like getting fucked for the first time. It's great. Um, Pay me to advertise, people. I'm such a jackass. But they offer the Prestige, which is like I believe their first level of the premium stuff. I have that. That's what I have. I cannot remember what I have in what now, but I have the Prestige in Tubros, I believe, and it is very good. It's very, very good. It's still better than, like, most companies offer like a base level blend, and then like, oh, here's our holy shit, show our dicks blend, and this blend is better than a lot of other companies, like, quote unquote, showing their dicks blend, but it's good. The difference in that is, yeah, it's got the sesame, the squalene, and the barberry fig oil with all the other stuff. Okay, so that's the difference in that one. They also started having washes. Apparently, there's so much on the website. It's like overwhelming. I should have done this in separate parts, but here I am, like, most of the way through. So once a week face mask. It looks like that brings you to the specialty tab as well. He has a nighttime calming oil, which I was curious about. And that is eucalyptus, bergamot, blood orange, lavender. So just a bunch of like essential oils that make you sleepy. I'm curious about it, but I don't know if I'm $70 curious about it for like nighttime. That's offered in a butter. He offers a ton of like specialty products, like the Ayurvedic skin treating oil. Let's look at that one. So it's a mix of 30 herbs and premium oils to help skin look healthy and younger. Ingredients consist of botanical components such as saffron, sandalwood, vetiver. So that's going to give it some scent to it. Java fig, licorice, Indian madder, lotus, banyan tree, and etc. It's supposed to help with the disappearance of scars, blemishes, prevent pimples, wrinkles, maintain even skin tone, fight discoloration, skin spots, skin inflammations, and guess what? It comes in a custom skull bottle. Go figure. There's the Nordic berry blend, it looks like, is what I'm going to call it, which is cloudberry, cranberry, indigo forest pure botanicals, which I would assume is full of floral. So yes, it's just a bunch of floral stuff. There's pure agarwood. There's pure Purkaki oil. There's pure green oud. So if you're one of those oud whores, then shove this in your face. There's, it looks like the Kapachu oil, which is also offered in just a butter. There's a pre-shave oil, Indian gooseberry, agarwood, agarwood and landamum, neroli, agarwood and baronia, bacaba oil, vetiver. There's pure tonka. There's so much. There's so much. There's so many to choose from. He also offers, let's talk about the cologne. Which, yeah, it's $200 for a bottle of cologne. And that's actually for 2 ounces. But, I mean, the way his stuff smells, most colognes are up there anyway. So, I would, next time I buy cologne, I would definitely buy probably Wagner. That's probably going to be my next cologne. There is the Beard and Hair Superfood, which, 404, page not found. Makes me feel like I'm in the year 1998 again. And that looks like it is it. So, holy shit, this has been ranty and informative, I'm sure. But what this boils down to is people talk shit about Nicholas Beardworks. And I've made it seem like I'm talking shit about Nicholas Beardworks a lot in this episode. And in terms of choices of words, maybe, imagery, maybe, but let's be honest, all these beard companies are selling beauty products for dudes, so they have to spin it in a way that doesn't make them feel effeminate and maintain some semblance of masculinity, I guess. I don't fucking know. There's a reason that this is happening, and I get it. I'm not knocking anybody for it. However, I'm going to make fun of it, just like you can make fun of me too. So here we are. It offers something for everybody. Now, like I said, it's with the price, you can get a $20 bottle. And get the $20 bottle. Like I'm telling you to try it. And I know you may feel left out because some of the scents with ridiculous names and descriptions aren't available in the $20 bottle, but it doesn't matter because what you can get for $20 is fucking amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I would recommend this to everybody. If you want the absolute best, I will say that Nicholas Beardworks is probably the best. And look, I'm not getting paid for this. I have paid to produce this podcast, which is fine. I do it because it's fun for me, and I like it. And I have a lot of niche hobbies that nobody else in my own little bubble gives a fuck about, and this is just my way of ranting. But I'm not getting paid to say that this is the best, and he's not going to pay anybody to say that it's the best, but it's the best. So I wanted to get this out of the way because I know that the more companies I talk about, this is one that everybody's curious about, and it's hard. Not really hard, but because nobody's paid to talk about Nicholas Beardworks, the search results can be a little murky. But it does. You get what you pay for. You do. Now, Your diminishing satisfaction meter, that's entirely up to you. It was worth it for me, and I have several bottles that I've gotten over the past couple of years. Um, or I've had several bottles. Most, or if not all of them, are gone. I will always keep that hyaluronic acid in my rotation. Not even rotation. That's a daily thing. That's an everyday product. Um, I love this company. I support it, even though I'm a jackass. Um, I hope everybody's face is doing well. And if you've made it this far past my incoherent rambling and poorly read descriptions from a website, thanks. I appreciate that. And I hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.